Hello, my name is Marcus and today I'm going to be talking about my project what I've been building for my module at uni, funding and marketing, sport and enterprise. So around the start of when I was coming up with my project ideas, the first sort of thing I thought about doing was training for coaches at the club, for everyone to get a level 1 or level 2 or enhancing goals in football. But then I thought I could cram all that into one and come up with the idea of a 6-week summer camp for children who finish school, so that I could get volunteers, the level 1s and level 2s, and I could get level 1s to level 2s within this 6-week programme as well, whilst keeping kids active over summer. So the 6-week summer camp, what is it? It's a summer camp for primary school children within the club and local community, so they can get involved when they're off school, keep them so they're not staring at the TV, and keep them active over summer for when they go back in September. Who's it ran by and what are the roles? Ran by a variety of coaches, level 1 or above, and the roles will be to provide health and safety towards the children and give them effective but also fun coaching so they're not bored. And what is the project's priorities? The priorities are to help improve the children's skills in football, help improve life skills as well as football skills, and to prevent obesity and help children keep active over the summer period. Who's it funded by and where they get the money from? We'll be funded by Awards for All after completing a funded bid, and they get their money from the big lottery fund. So why did I choose this sort of project? I chose this project as I feel like kids should be staying active over the summer so they feel motivated to come back to school and have success in the next year. Kids enjoy to run around and having fun, therefore it's good to keep them doing what they're doing in the playground in summer. And I also found something online from a website called Kids Health, and they tell us that healthy, physically active kids are more likely to be academically motivated, alert and successful, which is also one of the reasons why I chose the project. And to develop this sort of project, I used the marketing mix. So what is the marketing mix? Shanks 2009 stated that it is the coordinated elements that sports organisations use to meet their marketing objectives and satisfy customer needs. So how did I use this in my project? I used 4 of the 7 Ps, and the first one I used was product decision, which is obviously what I decided to do, and what I decided to do was 6-week summer camps to enable kids to stay active over the summer period. The second P was price. So the price, it was free for all children who come round to take part, as we're getting funding off Awards for All so that they don't need to pump any money into the project. Promotional. Leaflets were handed out to parents and talks with parents were also held at the end of sessions, and a couple of us went into schools and give out leaflets to like the head offices and stuff to give out to the classes. And the place, that final P is place held at Yukon Sports Arena, as it's very accessible. It's a very accessible place for all the children, as everyone knows where it is. So the funding options, I looked at 3 different funding options. The first one was small grant scheme, the second one was Awards for All, and the third one was Grow the Game by Football Foundation. So small grant scheme is delivered by Sport England, and the funding scheme is a small grant of £300 to £10,000 to help people play sport more. You're only eligible to apply as long if the club is not for profit, and sports clubs that are voluntary, local authority, schools or governing bodies are all also eligible for this grant, in which my club is voluntary and a not for profit, so that ticks them boxes. Awards for All is they get the money from the big lottery fund. It's also a funding scheme of £300 to £10,000 for grassroots and community activities, and they aim to improve life for local people. There's no deadlines for the applications, you can apply at any time you want, and they prioritise with smaller income groups, whereas organisations with higher annual income may not be able to get the funding. And then Grow the Game, which is funded by the Football Foundation. That's funding grants of up to £1,500, mainly for new football teams and coach qualifications. Money is provided by the FA, but the scheme is delivered by the Football Foundation and they use football to increase participation for players and volunteers. I went for Awards for All as it seemed to tick most of the boxes, as my club is a not-for-profit club that has their aim is to get children participating in football around Preston. All grassroots football children, it's all grassroots football as the children aged between 4 and 16 still developing skills and stuff, and they aim to improve life for local people, in which my club sets up in the soccer centre aim to develop life skills. One of the main pointers for the Awards for All scheme is you are able to apply if you are hosting an event, activity or performance in which I'm hosting an event, purchasing new equipment or material and transport costs in which I will purchase new equipment with the money, in which all these things are needed for my project. So it's a bit more detailed Awards for All. Who is able to apply? Community and not-for-profit organisations are able to apply for funding from them, and you do not need to be a registered charity. What are you able to apply for? You're able to apply if you're hosting an event, purchasing any equipment, running training courses, expenses for volunteers and pay for workers, which I'll be doing all of those things. How to apply? You need to read the guidance notes and application forms then need to be filled out and sent off, and they'll get back to you as soon as possible. And the big pointer is equal opportunities, which also links with my club, as they expect projects to be open to all who wants to be involved, in which my project will be as all the funding is for the children apart from wages for coaches. So one financial implication would be that I've got one positive one, which is opportunities. Opportunities are given to any level of football in between the ages of 4 and 16 on just a £4 a week basis, and if a child is not able to pay 1 week, then the chairperson would help out. This is positive implication because Awards for All look to give money to clubs that are offering plenty of opportunities to their local area. Therefore, that ticks the box for our club, and there's not any negative implications. So just a quick progress report / conclusion. So started off with some ideas, for example, enhancing girls football in Preston, disabled sports programmes, and came up with the idea of a 6-week summer football camp. So I spoke to my placement provider about this, and they agreed, and they thought it would be a great idea, so we went ahead with that. And then I started to build up this idea of a summer football camp and how it would be organised, etc. I looked at different types of funding and then decided to go for Awards for All, completing an Awards for All funding bid. And my overall view is I found this whole process of creating my own project and applying for funding quite interesting, as it's useful for me, as it's like real life stuff, and it's something that I will more than likely be doing in the future. So thanks for listening.